Hello everyone. It's been a while, I think it's been about a week or so. But today we're going to do the Tuscan challenge on Gran Turismo 3. It's 5 races where you have to use the TVR Tuscan speed 6. Speed 6 or speed 8? I think it's speed 6. So I don't have one, so we gotta go buy one. It's only 80,000 I think, so it's not too bad. Yeah, here we go. So this is cool. This is the paints on this car are like color shifting. I like this one a lot. And that one. But also the normal colors are really cool too. Like this one's really cool. I think I'm gonna get this one. Alright, let's do a few upgrades on it. Not trying to spend too much on this car since I'm only going to use it a few times. No turbos. Gotta love the racing chip. It's easy, cheap horsepower. I'm not gonna buy the suspension. It's just a few thousand I don't need to waste. So, yeah, let's get into it. So I see the last course is test course. I'm assuming it's going to be a 10 lap race. I might just skip that and just do it off camera because that's going to be a long race. Might make it a little bit wider. I don't know how much wider it needs to be, but I don't want it redlining. I haven't done trauma out in reverse in a long time, so this is going to be cool. Maybe I did a little bit too many upgrades. Should be easy though, since I did that. I wanted it to be a bit more of a challenge, plus not have to spend all my money, but... Man, I don't really know how to drive reverse. It's like unfamiliar to me. I like those few corners in reverse, as well as these. These are like almost flat, but like not exactly. They're way better when you have warmed up tires though. Mine are still a bit cold. That corner is tough because you go right over a crest as you're braking, so you gotta brake a little bit earlier than you think. Earlier than what I've been doing the last 2 laps. This car actually drives really decently. If you do these corners right, you can do them all flat out right here. It's really satisfying to do them flat. Yep, still braking a little bit too late there. You think you can hold it through there, but then rest takes you and you realize you're braking too late through that corner. It's interesting. Hey Nat, thanks for joining. It just started. This is like lap 3 of the stream, so... I'm going to be doing this cup, the TVR Tuscan Cup. That's all I'm going to be doing today. It's going to be a little bit of a short stream. I started a bit later than I wanted to. It's Trial Mountain reverse. Yeah, and this car actually drives a lot better than I thought it would. There you go. I finally like broke correctly for that corner. And it took 4 laps. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. It's like lagging right now. I don't know what happened. Alright, we're back, I guess. I don't know what happened there. It cut out. I couldn't hear the game. And then I looked and the stream was lagging, so I hope it's working fine now. Let me know if it's working fine. I don't know what happened there. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I used to get Grand Valley, Deep Forest, and Trial Mountain confused as a kid, but as I've grown older, I've obviously remembered them. Yeah, I see your message there. Is the stream working okay? Can you hear me? I hope everything's fine now. Did it come back? It cut out for a minute or two. Let me know if it's back. For me, it looks like it's back to normal. I'm watching the stream on my phone and I still see it. This is the Professional League TVR Tuscan Speed 6 Cup. So everyone's in the Tuscan here. So it's a 5-race cup, but the 5th race is test course. So I think I'm just gonna skip that. If I just skip it. Alright, yeah, I'm glad it's working now. Yeah, it just cut out for a few minutes. I don't know why. Like, it cut out my sound to my headset and everything, so that was weird. It's never happened before. So after I complete Gran Turismo 3, I'm going to start on Gran Turismo 4. I've never played Gran Turismo 4, so I know it's a much longer game, but I think I'm going to start doing streams of that to motivate me to actually play it, because I've never actually played through it before. I think I'm going to start streaming some other games, like non-racing games too, like maybe like some Pac-Man World and maybe even some NASCAR games. I don't know. Let me know if you guys think that would be a good idea to stream some NASCAR or even some non-racing games. Like I really want to do some Pac-Man World 2. I can grab a few other games too that I have at my other house. I've got like the original Cars video game. That one was fun. Maybe even like Lego Star Wars just for the laughs or something. I don't know. I got some other sports games too, but I don't know how interesting those would be to stream. Like I have like old Madden, like a Madden 2005, and like a Tiger Woods PGA Tour like 2005 or something. I think I even have like an NBA game around that time as well. GT5, yeah, okay. I bought this Elgato to stream GT5. I really wanted to go through GT5, but for some reason I can't get the Elgato to work correctly on the PS3. Like everyone seems to have issues with getting it to like display. I can get it to display, but it's just really laggy. Like it only like 5 frames per second, and that's obviously not good for streaming. Like on my TV and stuff, it works fine, but when I go to stream, it's only like 5 FPS. So I need to figure that out still. Yeah, I've really wanted to play through GT5, especially on stream, because I played through it when it was out, obviously, but I want to go back and do it again, because I mean that was 10 years ago. I want to go and play it again. I really need to figure out how to get it to work though, because that's what I wanted to stream in the first place, and it didn't work, and I was like, I'm gonna try hooking up my PS2, and it works, so I don't know. Yeah, GT5 is my second favorite behind Gran Turismo 3. But yeah, I want to do like the Jeff Gordon. Remember, the car is heavy. Just laugh at that. I want to see if I can do the Red Bull challenges, because as a kid I could never do it. I couldn't even get close. Yeah, Vettel. Yeah, the Red Bull challenge with Vettel. And then you have to like race against him, but like you don't really have to beat him, which is weird. He just like drives in front of you, and you have to like beat his lap times, but like for some reason they make him start like 5 seconds ahead of you, so you're not actually like racing him, but you're racing like his time, which is weird. But then again, like those challenges are insane. Like I can't even. I mean, back when I tried them when they first came out, I couldn't even get close to even bronze. I don't know. I'm trying to. After Gran Turismo 3, I'm deciding between either going to GT4 or GT5, because I really want to do GT5, but I've never played through GT4, and I know a lot of people love that game, so I'm debating on which one I should go for. But GT5 isn't really working for me yet, so I need to figure out a way to fix that if I even want to do it. Yeah, 2 laps. On, I think it was Monza, Nürburgring, and Suzuka? I think it was Suzuka. Yeah, Suzuka. And again, I suck at Suzuka, so I didn't really know what the thing was topping out at. Okay, I thought this was stage 11. I would have been pretty upset because I hate stage 11, but stage 5 is great. Man, I haven't raced on stage 5 since I started streaming. I think the last time I raced on stage 5, like was since GT6 was online still. So it's been like 3 years since I've actually raced on this track. Towards the end of the game, it was always stage 11 you had to race on, but stage 5, in my opinion, is way better. The Grand Tour. Oh, you mean the Top Gear? I remember doing one where it was like Samba buses on the Top Gear track, and it was like, I was like, why? Why Samba bus? Yeah, I remember playing like car soccer on the Top Gear track in like online lobbies. That was really fun. You'd get like a bunch of like Super GT cars and have like a red versus blue team, and then like have like a Fiat 500 be like a soccer ball, and there's like a field there almost. You had to like score the Fiat 500 into. Rome. Yeah, I like the Rome track in GT5 better than the one in the PS2 version. Going in Italian villages? I don't remember that in GT5. Oh, you mean just like mean like the Italian like tracks? I don't know what you mean. In GT5, I don't remember that. I remember like Rome was a track and like Madrid and stuff, but like racing in I don't remember that. There was many cutscenes. Yeah, I don't remember doing that one. I didn't really do many of the special events. I remember doing like a few of the Top Gear ones, and then like obviously the NASCAR ones because I love NASCAR and Jeff Gordon was my favorite driver. So I did all those for sure. I remember doing, there was like a karting one, there was the NASCAR ones, and then I remember doing the Top Gun ones. And then eventually the Red Bull ones I think were in that section. But I never beat those, so. Oh, so it was like one of the ending ones? Yeah, many of the special events I didn't actually do. Because once I figured out how to like do online stuff, I pretty much did all online for the rest of GT5. Like I almost beat all the... I didn't do any of the endurance events. But I did a lot of the other like events of GT5. I'll have to go through my save maybe one time and just show you guys what I've done. Because... I mean, I was only like 13 or something by the end of that game's span, so I mean... Oops. Yeah, I do. I really want to get GT5 to work on, with streaming, because I really want to play through it again. Especially on stream. But I want to finish GT3 first, since I'm so close. I only have 7 endurance events and about 7 championships left. So actually that's quite a lot, but I want to finish this by summer. So by the fall I can start on the new game. Hopefully GT5. Hello, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. How do I say your name? So I can call you by your name. I can't really read it. Is it Patrick, I think? I'm like trying to read it while I'm like cornering. That's like Pat Rock. Monster Rage? What should I call you? Yeah, I want to stream GT5 from 0 to 100, but I mean that's gonna be long, because especially since I really won't be able to stream every day since I'm still in school and doing work. It'll just be from like whenever I have time, so it'll be a long time to finish GT5 100%. I wanted to do a GT4 0 to 100, but then there was a group of guys who did a speed run of finishing that game, where they literally tried to finish it as fast as they could, and it took them like over 10 days or something, and that was just going straight through with like the fastest strategies to beat it and whatnot. So like, if it took them that long while trying to do it the fastest they could, if I was just doing it like 2 hours at a time on stream, it would be forever to finish that game too. And I think GT5 might even be longer. I'm not sure if GT5 is longer than GT4. But yeah, I can hook up my G29 to GT5 and use that while I'm stuck on controller for this game. Okay, yeah, I'll call you Patrick. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I want to get a group of guys to try and beat their GT4 world record that they just set a few weeks ago. And maybe it's actually about a week ago. It was like 10 hours or something. It was like 200 and something hours total. Or it was 10 days and like 240 hours or something. But I would need like to get a group of guys that would commit to it. and we would have to like all like be in the same like at least vicinity. And I don't really know anyone in my city that's like good at GT enough, good enough to like beat their times and stuff. I know a lot of people that are good at GT like over the internet, but they all live far from me. So in order for them to stay here for 10 days just to beat a record, I mean, that's kind of not realistic. But I've always wanted to go for like a GT world record or something like that. And I feel like that would be a good, fun opportunity to do it. Just not really logistical. Even if you played it 10 days straight, you don't think you can beat it? I'm talking about just the A spec, not B spec, because B spec is like doubling the game length. Yeah, I mean like playing it 10 days like completely straight, because that's what they did. They had like 4 people, and like every 10 hours or so they would just switch off on who was playing. So I mean, you play for 10 hours and then you get like, or maybe it was like 8 hours. So if you play for 8 hours, you get a 24-hour break before you have to play again. So I mean, yeah, you're playing for 8 hours straight, and that would get really tiring, but then you get like a 24-hour break before you have to play again. And I feel like that's not too bad. It would just suck for whoever has to like start at like midnight and play till like 8 a.m. Just kill their sleep schedule, but I think it would be fun. And I remember a majority of the, not really a majority, but a lot of the time was taken up by the endurance races in that cup, or in their speed run. I think there was, I think there's a Nürburgring and a Le Mans 24-hour in that game. I'm not too sure, but I think so. Yeah, and all that for endurance. I don't think they were going, I'm not sure if they did all gold license. They might have. I'm not sure. I wasn't aware of it until like their final, like almost like the last like 3 hours they were doing it, and I was like, oh whoa, someone sent it to me, and I was like, wow, I didn't know even people were doing this right now. And I watched them try mission 34. It took them like 2 hours or something. This gonna be a really good lap. I think it's gonna shatter my previous best. Well, maybe not. Man, I thought that was a good lap. Yeah, with gold licenses, it could be very long. I don't think I really had trouble getting gold on GT5, even as a kid. Alright, I think I have enough points now to skip the last race, because it's just test course and I don't want to do that. I'll just skip it and do it off camera. Why do I keep doing that by like habit to go to the settings? 10 days straight seems possible without B-Spec. Yeah, that's what I thought, because, I mean, from what I remember, there's a lot of races in it, but, I mean, the majority of that's just going to be endurance. And then, if you have, like, a fast car, you can lap the endurance field, like, pretty easy, and then just take a break for, like, an hour or two, just leave it, instead of, like, pausing and whatnot. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't want to pause the speed run, but you can just, like, leave it running and let the AI unlap themselves, but I mean, you'll be far enough ahead to just let it sit there. Like if you have a Red Bull, maybe. Yeah, the Red Bull can change your life there, yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, I've never done an endurance race longer than, I think, like, so I really would want to, like, play through it and do, like, endurances and stuff on either that or GT4. Because I know they both have them. Because I think the longest endurance race in this game is like 2 hours, maybe 2.5. The thing about starting a speedrun through a game that no one's done before, or at least no one's speedran before, is you would have to like map a roadmap of what you think the fastest way to do it is. So like with the GT4 speedrun, the people who already did it already mapped a map of what they thought the fastest way to beat the game is. So I mean, if I wanted to do it, we can like look at their map and maybe change a thing or two if we think something else could be faster. But like if no one's done a GT5 speedrun before, I would have no we would have no reference to like base off of. So we would have to make up our own strategy, which would mean a lot of preparation before even doing the speedrun. On like what buy, which upgrades you should buy, because there's a big strategy. Because like I know, like a Miata Mazda Roadster or something is like very like an important car in a lot of Gran Turismo games because they have like Miata cups and stuff. So if you can get a Miata at like the beginning of the game, you can use it multiple times instead of like this game. If you buy a PT Cruiser, I mean you do it for like the first few cups and then it's kind of useless. But in this game, if you buy as your first car, then you can use it for almost like a while. So I mean it just depends on what your strategy is. Yes, I did want to buy an X2010 model. I still am looking at it, but probably after all this quarantine stuff stopped is when I'll probably pick it up. I was thinking between the normal like Red Bull blue or like a Red Bull like silver-ish color, or a stealth like the black and like gray one. But I'm probably gonna get just the regular Red Bull blue. The weather conditions can change, huh? Oh yeah, I forgot that can happen in GT5. Yeah, so you would even need to do buy like rain tires in case that happens. Yeah, I've seen, not all of it, but I've seen like Rhino GT4, like his playthroughs. He's really cool. That's kind of like my inspiration of doing my playthroughs, is him. I just wish I can have a community like that eventually. That'd be really cool. I might buy a wheel for PS2 to do GT4, because I wouldn't want to do it on controller the whole time. I think the Driving Force Pro or something is like the best wheel for it. I'm not too sure, I would have to do more research, but I might get a Driving Force Pro depending on how much it costs. Stream G at some point. I might need to get a better computer too, because this laptop is good, but it could be better. Yeah, Miata for like lightweight cup. I don't know in GT5 if there's like a specific like Miata cup, but like in GT3 there's like an MX5 cup in like each of the three leagues that you need to use, and a mod. I think there's even a endurance. So like if you buy the Miata as your first car in this game, I mean you use it quite often. Yeah, time and weather can change. Yeah, I forgot that was in GT5. I knew it was in 6, but I forgot it was in 5. That's actually really cool for the endurance events. Dang, I really want to play GT5 now. But I need to get my streaming stuff to work with it. Because I don't want to play. Yeah, it's been about that long for me too. I haven't played GT5 since GT6 came out, so it's been almost 7 years. forgetting to pit. Tires are okay, but I want to pit before the end because they would turn red. Yeah, 7 years. Yeah. I haven't played it since GT6 came out, so I mean, it's been a long time. Is Gran Turismo 1 a long game? Because I might be able to play that one on stream if it's I might do like a... Yeah, oh yeah, PS4. Yeah, I didn't buy PS4. I bought PS4 for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, but then I hated that game, so I never really played it until GT Sport came out. I never really played the PS4. But yeah, I bought the PS4 for Black Ops 3 and then played that game for maybe 20 to 40 hours total. So I didn't even like it. So I just had the PS4 for like a year or two just for no reason. Yeah, I played GT1 like when I was like 3 or 4. Like I never played through the either PS1 game, GT1 or 2. I've actually never played GT2. I've never touched GT2. I've never even put it in or even done like an arcade mode race. I hadn't owned GT2 until a few years ago, but I've still never played it. Yeah, I might do like a playthrough of like GT1 and like an old NASCAR game maybe, like simultaneously, and then try to hop on GT5. I don't know if that's what it would be, or if people would want me to try to get GT5 to work immediately instead of doing GT1. I don't know. I just want to try to grow my community to where I can have, you know, at least like 20 concurrent viewers. I think that'd be nice. That's like my goal, really. I want to stream on Twitch too, but I need to fix like my Streamlabs because Streamlabs is being stupid with me. So right now I'm just using OBS streaming, but Streamlabs is like way better, but it's just being dumb to me right now. So I need to fix that and figure out PS3. Yeah, I forgot to pit again. I'm just gonna go to the end of the race. Yeah, I need to like, I don't know how to grow my audience. Like I need to figure out ways to attract Gran Turismo fans to my streams, because I know a lot of people love watching old Gran Turismo streams and stuff, but I just need to grow more so people can see. And I need to like, it's hard for me to put on a show. By that I mean like be entertaining when there's only like a few people, because then we just get drawn into a conversation and it's not like an entertainment, it's just like a talk between like a few people, and then that brings people that's not included in the talk like away, like it draws them away from me. So I need to find, like, I want to get a bigger audience so I can entertain instead of just talk. So that's like my goal by like the end of summer. I don't think the G29 works on GT4. I can try it, but I highly doubt it works on GT4. I know it works on GT5, but like you have to use like the Driving Force GT like settings on GT5 for it, so it feels a bit weird on GT5 compared to like on the PS. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to try it and see if it works. Oh really? G29 on GT4? Or is it like an old like Logitech Driving Force? Because I know those work. Those are like the best wheels for it. I'm pretty sure, like the Driving Force Pro and stuff. But I don't know about the G29. I mean, I'll have to try it out. If the G29 works properly on it, then that would be awesome. Actually, I might even try that for GT3. I doubt it would work on GT3. I don't know. But if you've seen some people do it, I mean, I'll definitely have to give it a try. Alright, I think one more race, and then we're skipping the last one, and then that'll be it for today. It's always interesting. Like, I think this track is weird because, like, it has such an orange tint from, like, the sunset. It's really cool, but, like, in real life, at least in America, I know this is in America, the sun is really, really high in the sky for a sunset. So it just feels awkward. Like, the sky is, like, pink and all, like it happens at sunset, but, like, the sun is really high in the sky. It's almost like there's, like, wildfires happening. Because, like, the sky and, like, everything turns orange like that, like, when there's, like, wildfires, but it's Seattle. So there's no wildfires there, obviously. But yeah, I'm from California, and we have a lot of fires, so, like, sometimes the sky looks like this in, like, the day, but I don't know, it's just really weird. There's a GT3 demo where Seattle doesn't have, like, the sunset tint, and to me it looks awkward. Like, it's just a lot of gray instead of a lot of, like, orange and pink. It just looks really weird. Just from playing Seattle like this for years, and then you go and look at the demo before they put, like, the filter in, and it's, like, gray. It almost looks like a Tokyo track in, like, GT Sport, where it's just mostly gray. Yeah, Seattle was, well, see, the way they made GT5 was they ported a bunch of stuff over from GT4, and they literally just ported GT4 over and then, like, converted some tracks and even, like, upscaled and stuff. So Seattle was in the code. Actually, no, that wasn't GT4, it was GT PSP's code. They took Gran Turismo PSP imported pretty much all the code over to GT5 for the PS3. And then they started like doing conversions and stuff. So it was in the code, but it was never really intended for use. That's why it was hidden and never used and stuff. But Seattle and the GT5 Seattle is like the best ported track over. Like it actually like works correctly. So who knows if it was even intended. But during the time GT5 was being made, Seattle had started going through a lot of construction on the parts of the track here. So maybe that's why Polyphony started fixing the track, and that's why it like works properly. But then they were like, wait, Seattle's under construction, it doesn't even like look like this anymore. So maybe that's why they excluded it. That's my theory. And that's why we haven't had it back in GT5, 6, or Sport. Because the whole part here with like the chicane, both the stadiums that you go between are different. This whole area we're coming up on now is completely different. These railroad tracks are gone. This is now like, this is almost like a boardwalk area. It's not like roads through this whole like area right there. And then this whole area here, the tunnel, the double-decker bridge tunnel, doesn't exist anymore. They had to take it out because of safety. So that part doesn't even exist. So like this whole area, this whole front stretch area is completely different too. So like the whole front stretch and the whole part with the chicane between the stadiums is completely different. So it'd be almost a different track. Because really the only parts that would be the same is like from here until like the back straight. Those would be the only parts that are the same in current day. So half the track is going to be completely different, which I think would be pretty cool. But again, the part where you go between the stadiums, in real life you don't drive there anymore, so it wouldn't make sense to have a racetrack through there if you can't even drive a car through there normally. Yeah, I've always wanted to go visit Seattle and like drive the streets of this track, but again, most of them don't even exist anymore, so. Plus, I think this part here is a freeway. Maybe not. I see street lights though. Yeah, if you go on Google Maps, I forget what the stadium is called now, but the new Mariner Stadium or the new Seahawks Stadium, if you look up that, you can easily get the location, and then you can like take a look at these streets, and they're really different. Actually, on Google Maps, a lot of it's like construction, like the pictures that are there, it's still construction. So. I'm just upset they don't have Tokyo Route 246, because that's a good track for a city circuit, but instead they just have like a bunch of Tokyo expressways that kind of suck in GT Sport. The only track that is like a Polyphony Digital original that's in GT Sport is Route X. Yeah, 246 hasn't changed at all. Yeah, London and Madrid too. I hated London in GT5 and 6. But Madrid was a really good track in my opinion. But yeah, I think Route 246 would have been a great track for like FIA races and stuff. Plus, I think it would look beautiful on PS4. Hopefully, all these tracks come back in GT7 on PS5, because that would look insane on PS5 if it has ray tracing and stuff. Oh, like Deep Forest ray tracing in 4K HDR. Oh, like that would be amazing. Yeah, Group 2 would be insane on 246. I think 246 would be a great Formula E track. It's a bit more wide open than a normal Formula E track, and like more traditional corners than like street, like squared corners, but I think it would look really cool. It would be really cool. I hope people can get GT5 working online again with like custom servers. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere where they are able to possibly have Formula E at some point. Maybe they're saving it for GT7. Who knows? I know there's a mobile game called Motorsports Manager, I think. Motorsport Manager. It might be on PC as well, I think. They have Formula E in their newest game. But it's not, you don't get to drive it, you just have the cars and you like manage your team. So you don't get to act on the Formula E cars, but they're in the game, along with some of the drivers. I'm looking forward to the new F1 game. I've never played an F1 game before. But their new manager mode, I think is what their team mode, I think. That looks really cool to me. I might not buy it on day one, but I might get that eventually when it comes out. I think it comes out in like July. And then I was really planning on getting Assetto Competition, whatever that is. Competizione, I think is how you say it. For the PC, but now they're saying it's coming to PS4 like in the summertime. So now I'm gonna get that for PS4. I hope they don't neuter it like the original Assetto. Because I think Assetto, I think the original one came out on PS4 as well, but it just was bad compared to PC. So I'm gonna wait for reviews on that one too. I just wish you can. I wish there was a livery editor like in that, like in GT Sport, because I want to run the old 2015 Nissan RGN livery. Because yeah, the 2018 one's cool, but like 2015 is my favorite. Plus, that's when they won the championship and all. Nissan RGN is my favorite team. Too bad they don't exist anymore. Yeah, the original Assetto has pretty much is only mods. But Competizione, I've heard, I don't know if that one has mods, but I've heard that one's really, really good on PC in terms of like driving physics. I don't really know how the online is and whatnot, but I might be interested in that when it comes to PS4. As long as they don't neuter it like really bad. So yeah, I'm looking into the Formula 2020, Formula 1 2020, and Competizione when that comes out, when they both come out. So I've really been looking at a new racing game, because GT Sports kind of at the end of its shelf life for my interests. Yeah, but Blancpain race cars are like my favorite to drive. So I'm completely fine if it's only the Blancpain series. I think that's actually really cool that they have all of them with like the official, like all the official paint schemes and drivers and stuff too. I think that's awesome. Like I just want to drive my Lucas Ordonez GTR, you know? Gotta represent GT and my favorite team. Like I don't really even care for Blancpain that much anymore in terms of like watching it in real life, because my favorite team and drivers don't race in it anymore. Too bad Nissan just kind of told everyone to screw off and said pretty much. Like within 4 years, they went from winning the championship to not existing anymore. It's like, wow. Yeah, the Lexus one. Yeah, that one's in GT Sport as well with some Gran Turismo decals. Which is interesting to me. I'm like, I want to know what Gran Turismo's ties to that Lexus is. Like, how are they tied to that car? Is it like a driver or something? I've always wondered. Yeah, I wish, like in GT7, Gran Turismo has like the license for all the FIA like series. Maybe not like Formula 1 and stuff, but like if they can have like official series of like Super GT, have all the paint schemes, liveries, and drivers for like every series. So like Super GT, Formula 3, maybe Formula 1 if they can somehow do that. Blancpain, like, you know, all the FIA series. If you have the license for it, use it. For all the series, have all the tracks for the series, all the cars and drivers and stuff, all licensed. But that's just a dream. Alright, I'm gonna skip test course. Alright, what car am I gonna get? Probably something stupid. Let's see. Oh, they're all Tuscans, I think. Is that the Griffith? Yeah. I already got one. Dang. They don't have the NASCAR license anymore. I wish they did. Because honestly, Gran Turismo 5 and 6 NASCARs are like the best representations of NASCAR in terms of like physics ever. In any game except for iRacing, obviously. Any console game, I mean. Because right now NASCAR's with 704 games, which is stupid. They suck. No, they don't ask NASCAR car license anymore. They might be able to have the opportunity to, but they don't have it anymore. Because 704 isn't an exclusive license, but they still have it. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thanks for stopping by. Glad to see you. Thank you. Bye.